So in this video, we're going to talk about how to evaluate special logarithms. So the first type of special logarithm we're going to talk about is the common logarithm. That is a log that has a base of 10 and it's usually written without the base. For example, if you see the log of 5 just written like that without a base, that's basically talking about the log base 10 of 5. Okay, it's just that when the base is 10, we don't usually write the base because it's assumed that everybody knows we're talking about the log base 10. So you remember that the common logarithm can be rewritten in exponential form. So if you see the log of y equals x, that can be written as 10 to the x equals y, because remember the base is 10. So if we draw our arrows, we have 10 to the x equals y. You can also go the other direction. If you see something that has an exponential equation with a base of 10, that means you can rewrite it using the common log, right? So 10 to the x equals y means that the log of y is equal to x. So let's practice rewriting this in exponential form. We have the log of 1,000 equals 3. Remember, the log of 1,000 means the log base 10, so we can rewrite in exponential form as 10 to the 3 is equal to 1,000. We can also go the other direction and rewrite an exponential equation that has a base of 10 in logarithmic form, right? We can rewrite this as the log of 100 is equal to 2, because remember, that's basically saying the log base 10 of 100 equals 2, right? If we rewrite that as an exponential function, we can write 10 to the 2 equals 100. So common logs can be evaluated using a calculator, which is why they're very important and actually very useful. So if I want to evaluate the log of 7, all I have to do is go over here to Desmos and just type log 7. Okay, you can see it gives me a value. I'm going to go ahead and round that to 4 decimal places because that's usually what we do when we work with logs. So I have 0.8451. I can also find the log of 0.5. I just go over here and type log and then 0.5. You can see it gives me negative 0.3010. Okay. So now you can go ahead and pause the video and try evaluating these two logs on your own. So we have the log of 21 and the log of 0.4. As I showed you before, you can just go ahead and type these in your calculator, and it will give you those values you can use to approximate these logarithms. So a natural log is another type of special log that we'll talk about. It's a log that has a base of e, and it's usually written as ln. Okay, so you won't see the log base e of 5 written. You'll see that written as ln of 5. Remember that e is Euler's number. We talked about that back in the exponential functions unit. So that's what I'm talking about here when I say e. Okay, so the log base e is usually written as ln, which stands for the natural log. So the natural log can also be rewritten in exponential form. If we have ln y equals x, that means e to the x equals y, right? Because remember, ln y basically is saying the log base e of y. So we can rewrite that as e to the x is y. Similarly, if we have an exponential equation with a base of e, that can be rewritten as a natural log, right? If you have e to the x equals y, you can rewrite that as the natural log of y equals x. So let's practice rewriting this in exponential form. We have ln of 40 equals x. Remember, that's basically saying the log base e of 40 is equal to x. So if we go to exponential form, we're going to write this as e to the x is equal to 40. If we go the other direction, we can take e to the third equals 45 and write it in logarithmic form. We would say the natural log of 45 is equal to 3, right? Because if we think about it, if we write it as the log base e of 45 equals 3, that would turn into e to the third equals 45 in exponential form. So just like common logs, we can also evaluate natural logs using our calculator. So that also makes them very useful when we're solving problems. You just have to go to Desmos. You just type in ln and then you can do 125. It'll give you a value you can approximate. So I have 4.8283. We can do the natural log of 0.2. You just do ln 0.2, and it gives you a value. So we have negative 1.6094. Okay, so now you can pause the video and try evaluating these two natural logs on your own. So we have the natural log of 34, and we also have the natural log of 0.7, and you just type them in your calculator and you'll get the values that you can use to approximate these logarithms. So remember, the common log is a log with a base of 10. The natural log is a logarithm with a base of e. And remember, you'll see these written differently. You'll see the common log written as the log of a, whatever you're taking the log of, and then the natural log you'll see written as the natural log of a. Okay. The common log and the natural log can be evaluated using a calculator, which is what makes them very useful when you're working on solving equations.